Looks like it's trouble in paradise for Elon Musk and Donald Trump as they are arguing and feuding over Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill, but I'm going to let you hear from the Don himself, and then we're going to review some tweets and back and forths between the two. Let's get into it.
The criticism that I've seen, and I'm sure you've seen, regarding Elon Musk and your big, beautiful bill, what's your reaction to that? Do you think it in any way hurts passage in the Senate, which, of course, what is you're seeking?
Well, look, I've always liked Elon, and it's always very surprised. You saw the words he had for me, and he hasn't said anything about me that's bad. I'd rather have him criticize me than the bill, because the bill is incredible. It's the biggest cut in the history of our country. We've never cut. It's about 1.6 trillion in cuts. All of the things that we're doing, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And, Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, and, which was a lot of money for electric vehicles. And, they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles. And they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And, Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago. That's been in there. I would say, JD, that hasn't changed. That's been right from the beginning, But I know that it disturbed him. He wanted, and rightfully, he recommended somebody from that he, I guess, knew very well. I'm sure he respected him, but to run NASA, and I didn't think it was appropriate. And he happened to be a Democrat, like totally Democrat. And I say, look, we won. We get certain privileges, and one of the privileges, we don't have to appoint a Democrat. I can understand why he's upset. Remember, he was here for a long time. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk, and even with the black eye, I said, "Do you want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup." But he said, "No, I don't think so," which is interesting and very nice. He wants to be who he is, so you could make that statement too, I guess. Look, Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised because you were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer. Said the best things. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything. And I am right about the great, big, beautiful bill. But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem. And he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate, because that's billions and billions of dollars. And it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all types. Electric, we want to have electric, but we want to have a gasoline, combustion. We want to have different. We want to have hybrids. We want to have we want to be able to sell everything. When that was cut, it became a little bit different, and I can understand that. But he knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody. And he never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape, he said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
That's what Donald Trump had to say about the situation. Then we have Elon Musk clapping back harder than I have ever seen. And look, this guy's willing to get petty and get pretty rude. So the thing about Elon is he is just straight up going at Trump, saying that he's being dishonest about things, talking about how he hates the bill, keep your EV and solar incentives. We have other people talking about, clarification. Elon did not criticize Trump personally first. Trump criticized Elon first, which is, that's what people are saying. I'm really curious to see, because Elon has been very outspoken. He just left and was outspoken about the big, beautiful bill, as people are calling it. False, this bill was never shown to me even once. So there's even apparently Elon is allegedly saying, and I want to know your thoughts here as well, because I'm more curious to see what you think about this, allegedly is saying that he was never shown the bill, that he actually didn't understand what was supposed to be going on, that people are saying that he did know about. So I'm curious to see what you think about that. Not even Congress had to vote on this spending bill, had time to read it, because it was 1,000 pages. Reading 1,000 pages in 3 days with a full-time job is obviously very tough. Elon continues to mount high social pressure, so we have people talking about this as well. So Elon literally tweeting back at Donald Trump, "Can't believe the Republicans are extending wise words, couldn't agree more." We have things like Elon actually calling Trump out and saying that he is on the Epstein list. I mean, Allegedly. This is what Elon said. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, and it's unbelievable the amount of support that is following behind Elon Musk for this kind of stuff. Trump's tariffs will cause recession in second half of this year. Now he's against recessions, which I'm very confused about, because up until now it seemed Elon was completely on board with recessions, understood takes a little bit of time and effort and a little bit of cost to get things back in order is what I thought he understood or thought he believed. Again, I'm curious what you think. It's time to create a new political party in America that represents 80% of the middle. Look, I am myself independent. I call myself a libertarian, but I really believe in an independent party. There needs to be a strong third party in the United States. There's a reason that we are not a bi-party country. There's a reason there's not just two parties. I believe we need all types of political parties to represent all types of people because you know what? Yeah, 80% in the middle even seems realistic because that's where I live. I genuinely am in the middle. Konstantin Kisin, what Elon's doing is heroic, which is crazy to see. I don't always agree with Konstantin. I don't even know if I agree with him in this case, but Konstantin is a very smart guy. That is just a fact. He is very smart in saying he's going to win no friends. And that's true, by the way. So this is a thing that Elon is winning no friends in politics. He angered the left so much that they were firebombing Tesla, which, by the way, the Babylon Bee had some pretty funny things to say about that. Trump torches Tesla dealership, and also judge determines Trump will get the nation on weekdays while Musk gets every weekend holiday. Again, super funny stuff. I love the Babylon Bee. If you're not familiar, definitely check them out. And just literally Elon going back as far as 2024, talking about certain things and saying that he has been completely consistent because look, Elon, whether you like him or not, has not cared about the party that represents him. He's cared about the ideas behind the party that he backs up. And that's really what happened with him and Donald Trump. That's sort of how things came about together. And so talking about the deficit, the big ugly bill is going to increase things apparently. That's, Trump says it's going to cut things. Musk is out here saying it's going to increase money, like spending, things like that. So I'm so curious. Trump posting things like, I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. And things like that. This is legendary, my friends. This is a legendary fight for the ages. I have no idea what's going to happen. Again, the Epstein accusations. This is crazy. And I need to see more. And look, I'm on the side that we need to release these files no matter who's on them. I do not care, and I would love to see what's going to happen here. But my friends, I'd love to hear what you have to think about it, so tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.